Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick video on Crime City and where I'm currently at. So I'll show you a few things, and basically all I'm waiting on, or all that's left to really do, is the GUI, VGUI elements for creating a character, joining jobs, all this other stuff. I've got all the classes written, career paths are set up. I just set up some new things that you can do, such as melee with weapons. You can also ready them, aim down the sights.
Hit in the gut. No. God.
And you can put them back down, ready them, whatever. Let's see. There is a slight issue that the holstering system doesn't always work, but if you look at this one, it'll put it away before the next one, it'll put it away before the next one, etc., etc. That's not a normal feature. I'm just working out the kinks on this weapon base, and then weapons will actually holster. I don't have the animation yet on the third person, but that'll be coming soon. Here, let's take a quick look at the car dealer. This is going to be redesigned. This doesn't look good at all. I'm not happy with it. Alright, I am in admin mode right now, which is basically an administrative character. Because I'm in admin mode, I can select all of the attachments. Normally, these are restricted based on your job and the rank you hold and the career path that you're in. So, like law enforcement, once you reach a certain rank, you can get the undercover, the lights, or you're stuck, or you're gonna be stuck with basically a light bar on the top. There's several different ones. There's a Wheel and Liberty, which Sandwich did for me. There is this one, which the Danish master allowed me to decompile one of his models and pour it over into a separate model. And then there is one by the Danish master, which is this one right here. Sentry Gunman also did one similar to this. There are several different push bumpers. The first one Sentry Gunman did for me, or I'm sorry, Sandwich did this one for me. And then all of these Sentry did. He made them so that they're skinnable. So you can see blue, red, blue. And then this one is a Danish master push bumper for the sports cars. And then this one is going to be amber, and the final one is green and green for administrators. Okay. Yeah, all of these, they look the same, but they're for different classes. So fire department or fire rescue gets red, transportation department gets amber, administrators get green, police get blue, FBI or Secret Service or whatever get red, and that's about it. But we'll go ahead and set this up with this, the police package, and the rear. We can do that either on the bottom or on the top. So I'll just put it on the bottom. I do also have a system where I can attach weapons in the car and the actual gun lock. The computer system, once I have the GUI set up, it will actually be drawn on the screen. You'll be able to look up license plates and actually, do permanent records whenever you pull people over and all that other good stuff. So yeah, this one looks good. Go ahead and spawn that. Press. I've got a binds manager which has all the keys. It's basically set up kind of like Arma. Whenever the rest of the GUI is finished, you'll be able to click on the key, it'll select the line, you'll be able to add or remove keys. Kind of a fan of that system. But as you can see, I've got some player binds, there's weapon binds, there's vehicle binds, and there's emergency vehicle binds. So we'll go ahead and unlock it, get in, start the car. You basically have to hold the button, start the car. Once it's started, there's an exhaust effect. you can control all the lights. So there's headlights, there's fog lights, there's hazard lights, left signal, right signal. Some of the cars I have it so you can actually use the signals on the inside, but I'm going to be redesigning the HUD so it looks a little nicer. There's reverse lights, brake lights, and it actually works properly. You go forward, back, just using that or the handbrake. Here's the actual light pattern for this bar. We've got amber warning lights in the rear and then white takedown lights in the front. And fairly simple pattern, and then there's also traffic advisors, so move around, there's caution, move to the left, move to the right. All the emergency vehicles have something similar. The wigwags are automated, so reverse lights are integrated into that. The brake lights are integrated into that. They'll double flash each time before swapping, and they're crisscross just like the headlights and the fog lights. We'll try different setup just so you can see. This one actually has light bars too, but it doesn't have all the colors and everything set up. I'm working on basically an automated system that'll do that. Let's go. Let's use 3. I think that's red. Okay, well I selected the wrong one here, but red for fire department with the flashing push bumper. All this is done client side as well, so all of these are client side models with my new client side get model system. Basically it'll pull it into memory once and render it many times, so if there's many vehicles with the same light bar, even with different skins, it'll only be pulled into memory once, which is kind of nice. Same pattern, just different colors. And I moved that onto the top. I should have selected number 4, but whatever. Show off a couple other cars. We'll take this one. I'm going to be redesigning that car dealer. I'm not quite happy with how it turned out, but this has a different pattern. In the final release, the alley lights are going to be controlled separately. Right now they are integrated into the actual pattern, but I'm working on a separate system for actual rendering the lights. The dynamic lights for these for all of these that causes splash lighting is one of the laggy features of the source engine, so I'm working on something that'll actually do the same effect without as large of an FPS hit. This is the new administrative system. This accesses the admin class with all of the tools. do also have a dynamic sky system with the sun, the moon, and all that, but NVIDIA still hasn't fixed the driver crash issue with the 8800, 9800, and a few other of the series that they have a video card. So if I enable the DirectX 9 Plus and I spawn a vehicle or a client-side model, then there's a good chance that my game will crash. So sun and the moon and the stars and clouds and all sorts of other things are actually in here. I also have rain and thunder. I actually recorded and turned these into different, well, about 20 plus sounds for thunder. There is a delay based on the actual type of sound from when the actual effect is done and the sound plays if the thunder is further away. And this is going to be adapted into a better environmental effect system. So there'll be fog and all sorts of other things. But as you can see, actually at night you can't really see quite as far. It's had to be done a specific way, and then with the lightning you can see further ahead. Simple elevator logic that I did code so I could replace all of the elevators in any map with something Lua controlled. Just follows modern elevator logic. Simple but effective. I did create something new so that I can actually see what's on player screen or whatever. I recoded the net system in Garry's mod. It used to only let you send 64 kilobytes from the client to the server, from the server to the client. I allow unlimited based on packets and message signing and everything like that. So yeah, a lot of player controls. There's events. This is a recursive timed event system, so I can schedule things for whenever. Let's see if I still have tests set up. No, I don't. 190 years, 3 months, 4 days, blah, blah, blah. The holstering system where the weapons are on the back or on the side, the hips. I actually do have a pistol holster that I can use from Counter-Strike for the pistols. I'm thinking about using that instead of just having them hang on the side. The rifles, I'm going to implement a system where you'll actually see a sling. And again, all of this is done client side, so there's no hit on the server. Basically what you'd see, this is some of the net stuff which is in memory, so that's my player character, and then this is map data and server data. So the elevators, there is a speed limit system, so all of the speed limit signs are controllable. They are normally just a map object which cannot be controlled, but I made them so they're all controllable, and I added more around the map. So there's, let's see, progress time if it's raining, some entity information, and then private data. This is known just between the client and the server, so for inventory and other things. I have a dynamic stamina system, so as you run you get tired, and then you start slowing down, and then coming to a walk, and then you can't jump anymore. That's all for this episode. I'm going to have a few more videos up shortly, which will actually show a few more things in detail. So I'll go over the lighting system, the attachment system, kind of in one video as they kind of go together with the lights. Work with attachments, and you can have unlimited attachments, unlimited groups, etc., etc. And also the ranking system plays into that. So whenever you are in a career such as, say, law enforcement, you start off as a ride-along, then you move up to, say, a traffic cop, and you can eventually become detective, chief of police, judge, etc., etc. But as you rank up, you get experience per level that you're in, per job, in that career path, and those unlock other things, attachments or light bars or undercover vehicles in the car dealer, which will actually be redone for those types of careers, but this one's just the civilian one. And then I'll do a video, say, on the weapon system once it's finalized. This will also have a realistic magazine system. Right here you see there's 100 rounds. I can also drop it. Actually, I might as well just show this while I'm at it. Let's see. There is an issue with some of these weapons. Basically, they don't always show the name, like the FNP90 shows up right here, the name on the screen, but the M4 does not. But you basically hold E to swap it, or you can let it drop. So if there's a big pile of weapons, you can kind of sort through it. It's another interesting system that I added. But yeah, I'll go over all of this stuff in different videos, and I will be releasing a skeleton game mode in the very near future, which will have a lot of stuff that I developed sort of nicely packaged up so others can actually play around with them or create their own game modes or just learn from it, such as a rewritten print function that includes all the data types, structures. It can just be printed out. Print is supposed to be a developer debug function to display information. So as you saw here, this is just recursively going through tables and getting information, then displaying it nicely. That's what the print function does. There's a bunch of other ones, such as I've upgraded the math library. I've added a bunch of features, functions. There's a round class to control rounds if the game mode is supposed to be round based. So there's a jobs class. I mean, there's a bunch. I'll include a video about the skeleton game mode as it nears the release date. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe.